What is up, everybody, and welcome to Black Steez. All right, now today I got a little special video for y'all. This one, this one is really prompted by the comments on my video. I did a video on the top 5 reasons to stop smoking weed, and that video is starting to get a lot of plays. It's got some momentum. A lot of people commenting. Um, it's a lot of people in the comments saying that the video helped them, so that's awesome. Like I'm glad that the video is inspiring people to kick some of their bad habits. So one of the responses that I saw a lot in the comments for that video is, oh, how you gonna be talking about stop smoking weed and you smoke cigarettes? And so I made that video, I don't even know how long ago, but since I made that video, I stopped smoking cigarettes as well because even after I did the video, I thought about it. I'm like, yo, this is kind of hypocritical. And when I actually made the video, I was actually trying to wean myself off of cigarettes. I was smoking American Spirits because American Spirits don't have a bunch of the stuff that regular traditional cigarettes have in them, like over 400, 500 chemicals and stuff like that. So it was something that I was working on, even at the time of making that video. But due to some of the comments that I got, that kind of inspired me. And just thinking about it myself, I was like, yo, man, like this is not right. Like I shouldn't even be smoking cigarettes. So, I'm now today able to say that I kicked that habit as well. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get right into my top 5 reasons why you should quit smoking cigarettes. And I'm gonna do this just like the last video. These are not gonna be in any particular order. They're kind of sort of in order, but they're not really gonna be in order. So I'm gonna just hit you guys with them, and take from it what you will. This video should have way less debate in the comments, because the stuff I'm gonna talk about is just all facts. A way to really refute going on in this video and what I'm talking about. So, number 5, and I'm gonna kind of just like counting down in reverse. The number 5 reason that I came up with was when you're smoking cigarettes, you're putting other people at risk. Thousands of people die every year, and I'm assuming hundreds of people a day die, and they don't even smoke. They die from just people smoking around them, secondhand smoke. And that shit is terrible, man. Like, at least if you want to put yourself at risk with smoking cigarettes, it shouldn't have to be at the cost of the people around you. A lot of times it's children and people that you love, you're putting them at risk by smoking cigarettes. So that's my number 5 reason, is that, you're putting other people at risk by you smoking. You may not even think about it a lot, but, I remember a time there used to be commercials about the dangers of secondhand smoke, but nowadays I feel like people don't talk about it, even though it's still a thing that is affecting a lot of people. So um, that's my number 5 reason, is the fact that you're endangering the lives of the people around you by smoking. Like, that is like fucking terrible, man. Like, that should make anybody feel bad just right off the bat. If you smoke, and you feel like you're kind of okay right now, and you don't feel any symptoms or whatever, you're not going through any health issues, but you could just be putting other people at risk. That's like, it's kind of like drunk driving. Like, you may feel good to drive, but you may end up actually injuring or killing somebody else that has nothing to do with it. Like, they never had a drink. So that's what I got for the number 5, is you are putting other people at risk by you smoking, people other than yourself. loved ones, friends, people, family around you. Um, Number four is your in terms of like this especially for the single people, you're gonna be far less attractive to the opposite sex if you actually smoke. So if you're somebody that's single and you're out there, you're trying to find like a date, you're trying to find a mate, somebody to wife up, to get in a relationship with, it's gonna make it 10 times harder for you if you actually smoke, because when you're a smoker, you're in the minority. You are an outcast in terms of people in general. So you're kind of outcast from normal society when you're smoking, because most people don't smoke and they don't like smoke. They don't like the smell of it. They don't like any of that stuff. So that's why I have that as my number four reason. If you want to get laid, stop smoking. Right? If you want to find a girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or husband, stop smoking. In addition to it being something that's unattractive to a lot of people, it's actually affecting your look. So it's gonna increase your wrinkles. It's gonna cause you to age prematurely. And then on top of that, if you do find somebody that you want to settle down when you want to have kids, if you're actually smoking, smoking can cause impotence. So it would affect your ability to actually reproduce. So that's kind of a big one. Um, because I believe that um, most people are put here and think that their purpose in life is to reproduce and to have children and carry on their family. And if you're gonna be smoking, then that's gonna severely degrade your ability to do that. So that's number four. In terms of uh, finding a significant other, is definitely gonna hurt you. Moving on. Number three is the fact that smoking is definitely an addiction, and mentally is weakening you. It's similar to people who constantly smoke weed, or they're addicted to any other drug. Like, it's a real addiction. So it's something that affects your mind frame, your ability to have a strong mind, your will. It says a lot about your character as a person if you cannot stop smoking, or if you actually are addicted to cigarettes and you can't kick the habit. It speaks volumes about who you are as a person. And even though addiction is considered a mental illness, I think that the other side of that is that in order to kick any addiction, and in order to prove to yourself and in the world that you're a strong individual, you have to be able to take a step back from anything that you're really addicted to, and just persevere through that. So that's number three, the fact that it's an addiction and it affects you mentally. It says a lot about your character. Number two, the number two reason that I have is, I think it's a big one. To me, that's why I put it so far down the list, because it's important to me. I know it's a lot of people will probably agree with me. The fact that it's draining your pockets. So money is the number two issue. You know, Cigarettes are not free. Like, it doesn't. If you're like 99.9% of people out there, you don't have a tobacco farm. You're not growing it yourself, and it's costing you money to keep this habit up. If you do the math, if you live in an area like where I live in Jersey, or if you live in anywhere in the tri-state area, if you live in New York City, it costs even more. But let's say you live in New Jersey, a pack of cigarettes is like $9. So that $9, let's say you're somebody who just smoking a lot, like you smoke a pack a day, That's almost $4,000 a year that you're just burning away and throwing it away in cigarettes. Even if you only smoke a pack every couple of days, that's still $2,000 a year. So you got to think about what you could actually do with an extra $2,000 or extra $4,000 per year. It's just, you're literally burning money. So, and like I said, if you live in somewhere like the city, I bought a pack of cigarettes in New York City, and that shit has cost me like 20 damn dollars. So that is an incredible amount of money to just waste on something that you're just gonna burn it away. Um, so that's the number two reason. Number two is green money, man. Uh, so I'm drinking my wheatgrass. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit too in this video, just because it relates. I'm gonna relate it at the end. But anyway, before I get into number one, I'm gonna take another sip. And I drink this to my health. And that's what number one is. Number one is your health, man. I don't need to go into any of the statistics. I'll just mention one of them that really like sticks out. Um, is the fact that the number one killer of Americans right now, and it has been that way for quite a while, the number one killer of Americans is heart disease. Um, Obviously, when you're smoking cigarettes, and like I said, I'm not going to go into all of the statistics and how it can affect your health. If you really care to look into those type of numbers and stuff like that, there's plenty of videos, there's plenty of information on the web. People have been talking about it for years. It's something that we all know. Um, but this being number one is like the most important facet of why you need to quit smoking cigarettes. And the sooner you can quit cigarettes, the better it's going to be for you. Like I said, heart disease is the number one killer. Smoking cigarettes can lead to heart disease, can lead to stroke, it can lead to cancer, it can lead to all of these different things. And, if you don't care about living a full and healthy life, then I guess, you're just going to continue to smoke cigarettes until you fade off the face of the earth. But if you're like most people, then you probably actually want to lead some type of a healthy life, and have some prosperity about yourself. As I mentioned, with this in terms of like attraction, it does affect your body on a superficial way. It's going to make your teeth yellow. It's going to increase the wrinkles. It's going to increase spots. You're going to have black tar stains, yellow tar stains on your hands, on your clothes. It's going to make you smell bad. And these are all just superficial things that actually you can see. So if these are the things that you can see, just imagine what it's doing on the inside of your body in terms of things that you can't see, and on a cellular level, how it's affecting you. So health is number one. Stop smoking, if for no other reason, if for the fact that it's slowly killing you. So that had to be the number one reason to stop smoking. I said I was going to relate this to the wheatgrass, because now that I gave you guys a bunch of different reasons to stop smoking weed, stop smoking cigarettes, I wanted to actually put it out there, put out there in the universe some things you could do to actually help you, because I see people in the comments, they say like how hard it is. They say, they're trying to quit, but they have like such a tough time. The number one thing that you guys need to be doing when it comes to quitting, being cigarettes, weed, is you need to replace those habits with healthy habits. So I think that that's a big thing that can really help a lot of people is, um, the smoking weed and smoking cigarettes is a big habit, a big part of people's life. You can't just expect to just stop and like not have anything to replace to fill that void with, because right now, if you're still smoking, smoking is filling a space in your life, and if you take that away, you're gonna feel some type of emptiness going on. So what you need to do, those with some positive ones, and one that antioxidants, all stuff that's good for you, organic wheatgrass juice powder. I mix it with water. I drink it every day, sometimes multiple times a day. Exercise is something that you can do to replace that habit. Art is something that you can do. It's very therapeutic to replace that habit. Shameless plug. I got an adult coloring book out. If anybody wants the link to that, like I'll put the link to that in the description to this video. Check that out because color therapy is something that's real. It works. So these are things that you can do to replace those bad and negative habits with things that are positive. Take all that money that you're gonna save by not smoking, invest in yourself, man. Go buy some jewelry, go buy some stock, go take your girlfriend out on a date, go eat some healthy food. Just do anything to take care of yourself, and as many things as you can possibly do to create good habits, and so that you're not thinking about the void that's being left behind by you not smoking. So that's all I got. Um, Thank you to you guys for checking in and watching my video. I hope that this inspires you to stop smoking and take better care of yourself. Um, but as usual, if it's not about topics that I covered in this video or in prior videos, don't talk to me. Peace out.